Business Today is brought to you by Signia Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.
This is the Business Today for Tuesday, September 9th, 2014. I'm Vic Fernandes. Without consumers, there's no business. Director General of the Barbados Consumer Research Organization, Malcolm Gibbs Tate, issued the reminder as he expressed concern that some business operators are still not treating consumers with a high level of respect. Gibbs Tate tells Business Today he wants more businesses to provide buyers with information so they can make informed decisions.
You could look at the biggest industries, businesses in any society. They're nothing without consumers. But for some reason, the general public does not understand that. They think that they're in their little world and they can only see their self-importance. They do not realize that each of us depends on the other for survival.
Group economist for RBC Financial Caribbean Limited, Mala Durkaran, believes this is just what the country needs, but she wants to see fresh efforts to improve price competitiveness and diversity.
Price competitiveness is the biggest factor, I think, in why Barbados has consistently seen declines in its stopover tourism numbers, whereas you've had Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, for example, outperforming. Price competitiveness is one thing. The diversity of the room stock, I think, is a big factor. Where you have countries like the Dominican Republic, where you can get an all-inclusive room for $99 straight up to $999, whereas in Barbados, the diversity is limited in terms of what your options are. That will also affect the level of demand. And the third thing is simply airlift. We know that we've had significant declines in airlift over the past several years, affecting not just Barbados, but the whole of the Eastern Caribbean. The hope is that with sandals coming to Barbados, there will be some improvement in the airlift, but the airlift is a very big factor.
At the same time, tourist officials are hoping to boost marketing efforts to raise the island's visibility in the North American market. Peter Mears, Senior Business Development Manager at the Barbados Marketing Inc. for the USA market, says work has already started to rebuild business from some U.S. states and to find new opportunities in other areas. Mears is also expecting tourist arrivals to look up as some airlines increase their flights and others introduce new services, which will make up for seats lost when American Airlines reduced its services earlier this year. Mr. Mears was speaking to Business Today on the sidelines of a dinner award ceremony for tour operators at the Cliff Restaurant recently.
We're encouraged. That we're here for this forum with the tour operators is always a good thing in terms of seeing how the business is looking and assessing our opportunities for incremental growth. So we're very pleased with that, and obviously Delta, and let's not forget the advent of sandals scheduled to come on stream towards the end of January. I think that will certainly help to bolster our first quarter for 2015.
And with a packed calendar of events for the rest of the year, Mr. Mears predicts a bumper last quarter.
We had a close look at the Food, Wine and Rum in its fifth year from November 20th to 23rd, the Race for Champions in the second weekend in December, and the Classical Pops. And those two last events in particular are really going to attract an audience that probably would not have considered Barbados. But now, because of those events, because of their interests in those types of activity, we certainly expect to see good results. I mean, you certainly would have seen it earlier this year with the inaugural Top Gear Festival. That too will continue into 2015 and 2016. So I think we are very well positioned to capitalize on the opportunities for certain festivals and events from key source markets.
Snow cone vendors offer their sweet treats to cool down the summer heat. but their sales have been melting under the heat of the recession. While some say they are pleased that Barbadians continue to support the old vending tradition, they admit it is not as lucrative. Jermaine Adams, who has been selling snow cones for the past 6 years, tells Business Today the competition is fierce, but he is able to make a comfortable living from the trade. But counterpart John Baptiste, who has been selling snow cones for more than a decade, says business is not as good as it used to be.
I was in business here now for there's about 13 years now in the business. Right now, when I now come in, the business was very good. But now, as the economic crisis fall, business fall too. You know, so although that, so we got to carry up the money on the snow cone. But when it was more cheaper, we used to get a better sale. Now it's more expensive because the ice are expensive, the syrup is expensive, everything are expensive, the napkins, straws, everything.
Now for today's financial tip. Do you want to innovate but have very little cash? Turn to your employees. They're likely to have ideas and potential solutions to existing problems, since they're the ones in the line of duty each day. Your employees can be your most valuable asset when looking to innovate. That's been the Business Today. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Vic Fernand.
Business Today is brought to you by Signal Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.